It might not surprise you to hear that I get a few odd looks when I'm out and about, but it's not the hair that's making people look twice, it's my takahe. So I'm a PhD student in anatomy, and I'm working on a project using genetic resources to inform conservation management for some of our native birds. And when I'm not in the lab, I'm spending my time as takahe wrangler for the Birds New Zealand Society. So Birds New Zealand, you might not have heard of them, but we are aiming to enjoy birds, basically. We study them, we find out things about them, and we spend time observing them. So each region has its own group. We have monthly meetings where we discuss our research and we discuss our awesome bird sightings. It's very nerdy, really. And it's a great thing to be part of. So you might be wondering how I have inherited this thing. So I was awarded Orbell at the 2017 National Birds Conference in Te Anau. I won the Best Student Presentation Award, and at the time I didn't know the additional responsibility I was about to be given. So every year the Society presents this model takahe to a different person. And every year, all of the members absolutely dread the thought of being given this. Until now, she's been known as the monstrosity. And every year, someone inherits her and they hide her away in a box in the garage. They're terribly ashamed of her. But this year, I decided that we weren't going to let this national treasure go to waste. She was going to be reborn. So as part of the Society's rebranding efforts, I was determined to also rebrand their mascot. So just to tell you a little bit about takahe, for those of you who aren't familiar with them, they're a flightless endangered New Zealand bird, and they were thought to be extinct for around 50 years until Dr. Geoffrey Orbell was out tramping in the Murchison Mountains, and he rediscovered a remnant population of them. Since then, there's been a whole load of movements of birds to offshore islands and also to predator-free sanctuaries, and the population today numbers 347. So they've really come back, but there's still a long way to go. But as part of the rebranding, when I inherited this mascot, I decided to put my genetic skills to use and find out what sex our mascot was. So I did the genetics and found out that our takahe is a female. And next I decided she needed a name, and I thought it would be good to recognise the rediscovery story, so I named her Orbell. She is extremely eye-catching, as you can tell. You can't miss her when you walk down the road. And I thought that she would be a great figure for a social media communicator, essentially. So I've set her up with her own Instagram account, and we post photos of her adventures out and about, birding, looking at birds, getting involved in science. And together we've had a lot of adventures. So we've travelled from the Cape to the Bluff and beyond. But in addition, we've travelled over 15,000 Ks together, and we've taken an awful lot of photos in that time to put on social media. So when I'm out and about, I get a lot of odd looks, obviously, but I also get a lot of people coming up and asking questions, which is what I really like, because it gives me the chance to talk about birds and tell people about the society. And so now Orbell carries business cards in amongst her backpack, which have her social media links, and you can find her there. And she also has inherited, she's been given a nice scarf for the cold winter months. She's got her beach towel, which has a whole lot of New Zealand birds for when she goes to the beach. And she also always carries her birding notebook so she can record what she sees. But together, we've taken around 190 photos and posted them on Instagram. We've gained a following of nearly 300 people. We're currently aiming to get 347, the same number as there are takahe today. And I've been recognised by the Society, and that I've been granted a second year with her, which makes me so happy. So we're aiming to continue to communicate our science, tell people about our birds, and raise awareness for our society. Thank you.